At ITG, we want to make sure that you're prepared for your Petals course as much as possible. We fully appreciate that it's quite a big commitment, so what we want to do is send out the information to you before the course. Once you've booked on the course and paid your deposit, what we'll do is we'll send you out your own Petals pack in the post. Inside this pack, there's a few items. The first thing is you'll have a main book. In this case, it's Preparing to Teach in the Lifelong Learning sector, Anne Gravel's book. And this will give you all the main information. Now, all the subjects in here we're obviously going to be covering in the lesson, but to start with, we want to make sure you've learnt a little bit before you come along. Also, we want you to have a look at your assignments you're going to be doing. In the book, it will give you all the basic information you need to start your assignments. Now remember, you're coming on the course to actually learn about what to do. So to start with, we just learn the basic information. But what we want you to do before you come along is just have a go. So what we've prepared is a folder with all the information that you need to run through the course. Inside the folder is the first form you'll see is an initial assessment form. Now this form we would email to you and also we'll pop in the post to you, and we would need this back as soon as possible. What it does, it just gives us the basic information about yourself. It does ask for your date of birth, your address, and also you need to just list through as it goes through your qualifications you have and what you'd be expecting out of the course. It's important for us to make sure this is the right course for you, and this is the way we do it. Inside the main folder, you have to start with see an introductory letter. And the introductory letter just tells you some basic information about what to do. After that, we go on to the main standards and procedures in the candidate information pack from future quals. In here, you'll see all the main information you need, from the approval numbers, the QCF linking, and also all the learning outcomes and things that you need to do on your course. Included in this folder is all the forms and paperwork you're going to need while you have actually running the course. So at the end of your Petals course, this form is completed. You would have done all your assignments, they would have been printed off, all the other reports that you need, your micro-teach sessions, your session plans, everything will be inside the book. And the goal with every one of our courses is that when you finish it, this book is handed in. A lot of courses you go on, you'll find that the portfolios are done afterwards. So what this means is just delaying you getting your qualification. We want to make sure you get as much help as you can during the lesson in writing your portfolios. We'll give you support before the lesson even. You can even send over by email some of the assignments you've done. We can have a look and give you some feedback. So other items in the folder are the main questions. And you'll see it's Preparing to Teach in Lifelong Learning sector, Level 3 Theory Assessment. Now these are all the main subjects you're going to need to do. These are 7 main questions. Have a read of the questions after you've read the book and just have a go. All the word counts are down there as well, so you can have a rough idea on what you need to do. As you go through the book, you'll see other sheets are learning journals. These learning journals are done after you've done your assessment. The idea behind them is you write your main assessment, in other words, answer the questions, and then you do a learning journal. And there's 2 main columns in it. The main points I've learned while studying, and the second one is how I have developed as a result of this. With these forms, you need to answer them honestly. We need to find out exactly what you're thinking. How has that assignment changed the way you may well be delivering your teaching in future? As you go through the book, you'll see there's 7 of those forms because you've got the 7 assignments. And on from there, there's some other forms. The first one here is the Petals Level 3 Practical Assessments. Now these are things mainly are done in the classroom, but this is again something you can do before you come along. You can work through having to think about what lesson you're going to be doing. What you're doing in the classroom is a 30-minute micro-teach. This is where you actually deliver a subject to the rest of the class. Now this subject can be anything, but if you are doing our Petals combined with First Aid Instructor, it must be a First Aid subject. So it's got to be something along the lines of a practical subject within the First Aid at Work qualification. So if you need any help with that, get in touch and we can go over some subjects. If not, just choose your own special subject. This could be a health and safety subject, flower arranging, computing, car maintenance, anything, it doesn't matter. But you will be creating a scheme of work and a session plan, and that is what you'll be delivering in the classroom. When you deliver it in the classroom, you'll find that there'll be an assessment done by your tutor, and also there'll be peer reviews done by your peers. So you get a good feedback on how your lesson actually went. Other things within the folder will be all the forms you need to fill in and sign off at the end. So you may well, before the lesson, you might want to just go through here and have a look at anywhere it says your name, put your details on there. And then there's a little pack at the back, and this is done after your micro teach. Now don't start filling that in before you come along, because there's some forms there you need to do afterwards. And these are forms where you would just give some critical judgment on how you thought your lesson went. And also in there, there'll be other forms which we would tell you how we think it went and where areas you need to develop. Final thing here, all the other paperwork you would do if you want to produce a PowerPoint for your micro teach, you can. You print that off and put it in the folder as well. So the end goal with it is that when you finish the course with us, this folder is completed. In the classroom, we've got all the printing facilities if you need to print anything else off, but you need to make sure that when you come on the course, you bring relevant computer, data, and make sure you bring all of this material with you. If you have any questions in the meantime about your course before it starts, get in touch with us at the office on 01223 911 468 or drop us an email at info@itg-instructor-training.co.uk. We look forward to welcoming you on your pedals course in the near future.